Okay, so yesterday we have written two test cases. One is tweet pop-up test and another one is a button test. So let's go and write a third test case, checkbox test. Checkbox test is, so it's a similar, let's take this @test only. So I'm going to change the checkbox test. So check all the checkboxes. Checkboxes. Okay. So you have to click on checkbox, right? This one. So you go to this checkbox space. Here, you have to validate again the page title. Just take the page title. So this is the one. You don't want to write in multiple places. So you know the drawback of this one, right? So what will happen? If, for example, something changed here, you have to change in 3 places, right? Instead of that, simple. You do one variable, right? Title. Just put a title. This is the good approach. That's it. See, we can save the time. So if anything changes, you change here only. It will reflect automatically in this variable. So that's the advantage of so creating variables and storing value in the variable. So if something is used in multiple places, always store in the variable. That variable name you can call in the all other places. So something changes also, it will be in one place change. No need to modify wherever you're using. Because variable, you don't need to change, right? Only value we need to change every time. So that's how we can save and write optimizer code. Then this is also correct. Now here. So you need to fetch all these checkboxes into list collection so that we can iterate one by one. Once we know the list, let's understand the common property. Type ID, only 2 attributes are there. Second, I'm just analyzing. Second one also having type ID. So type is, I observe it's a common. See type here checkbox, checkbox. So that means type, based on the type, you construct the common XPath. Okay, so let's go and construct the common XPath here. So this one, driver.find elements only. All the checkboxes into collection. So here you can put a XPath. With the rate type equal to checkbox. So now you'll get all the checkboxes here. Checkbox list. So number of checkboxes if you want. So that's it. And then I'm going to use a normal for loop, okay? So let me use a normal for loop. So int I equal to 0, I less than dot size I plus plus. So here, what we need to do here is if each checkbox, if checkbox is not selected, then you select that. Then you check that checkbox. So you have to give, how can you get each checkbox? So how can you get each checkbox? Get of I is selected. So just put a negation, okay? So is not selected, then you check the checkbox. So same thing. Check the checkbox. Dot click method. So one by one it will select, it will check the checkbox. Then, so we need to fetch this value, see that. So this value we need to fetch. First identify this element, okay? So it's a span tag, but there are a lot of spaces, okay? You have to take only this one. So you should not take ID and all these things. You have to take a text span. With the span you build up. So maybe I'll put thread.sleep little bit, one. So second I'll put, okay? Not much. So then fetch all the selected checkboxes. So string txt equal to driver dot find element by dot xpath. So let's construct the xpath. Double forward slash span contains of text function, comma, single quote, then dot get text. Okay. So now you got that, and just print if you want. Okay. So checkbox test. So this is not completed. We made a mistake here. See that? So you will get an exception here. This is not closed. And also following is as span tag. That's the complete one. So this is also another span tag. So I'm giving that based on this. So right hand side is there. The one you need to find out. That's why you're using following. So that's it. Done. So that's a simple So let's write a last one, okay? Then I'll show you. Today we'll see more on different keywords, how to use also. I'll show you that. So next, last one is radio button test, this one. So this is the one. Let's take this. Similar, because it's almost similar code. So radio button test. So you select the radio button. Click on the radio button first. So just change here, that's it. Okay. So you don't need to touch this part. Now, so here there is no list you need to fetch here. Just selecting the different radio buttons. So, but here this radio button has a lot of dynamic changing values, ID, name, everything changes. You cannot use them. Then how can you identify that? So the other option for me is I'll identify this label. This is the label. This is the control. First, I'll identify the label based on this label text. Then, so this label text before the input tag, first input tag. So then it will identify exactly performance radio button. Same forum radio button. So if you check this, so the value will change here. Then fetch this value. So for every radio button, you select the radio button, you get this value. That's it. You print it. That's it. We don't want anything more here. So let's go and do that same thing. First, we need to select the radio button. Performance radio button, right? So XPath, I can say label. So text to function. So give the text. Not that one. Performance. So which radio button you want to identify, that radio button you identify, okay? But this is not the one, right? We want the radio button before one. So before one means preceding is as input tag and first input tag. Then click on that. See the find element. It's not find elements. Find element. Next, once you select the radio button, you need to fetch the feature value. Feature value. So string feature text equal to feature value, otherwise just put feature value. So you write the same adjust method will change here. That is get text. So here you need to write a XPath again for this span feature. So again, you need to use I'll use a different concept here. Normalize space I will use, okay? Let me use instead of label, what was that? Span, right? Span. Normalize hyphen space I'll use. So any spaces are there, it will remove. Okay. Following. So not input, it's a span tag. See, this is recognizing or not, you can check it here. Normalize hyphen space. Normalize. Span only, right? Span, correct only. Normalize hyphen space. So these spaces will be removed. Normalize. It's correct only. Why it's not recognizing? Following span. Okay. If this is not working, let me use different one. Contains of text function, comma, single quote. That is the one. This should work now, right? Yes. See, now it is recognizing. So let's use this one. But normally space also should work, but it's not working. It's okay. That's why you should know multiple ways. One is not working, other one you can figure it out. Okay, so so that is the one, and print the value if you want. Reporter.log. So you can print it. Selected check, select a radio button value, right? Button, select a radio button, feature text value. So same thing, you give the approach for the second one also. So second radio button, what is the second radio button? I want to select forum. Forum. So then fetch the selected, fetch the forum, select a radio button value. So here you can give that value is select this website value. It's a website value. website value. So you can give here span contains text. So what is the text? That website, right? You can give website. So identify the website. So get text. You can get the text. So same way you can write the value here. You can write the value, that is website value is done. So do the third one also similar way. Basically, every line I'm selecting one radio button. Right? Multiple radio buttons, how to select. I'm covering how to work with the buttons, how to work with the checkboxes, how to work with radio buttons. So, but edit boxes we have seen already. So now the last one is, I can just use developer guides. Developer guide. Similar. So there is no extra here, developer guide, that's it. And what is the, so name documentation. So you can just put documentation. So documentation value. So that's it. So end of radio button test. Yeah, we're good. So let's see which order they're going to run. Okay, which order they're going to run. And so then we'll see some of the keywords. Then I'll use a priority keyword and we can go on. So one by one. Run as TestNG test. Just right click on the class. It will run as a TestNG test. Done. See, all 4 test cases are passed. Right? So all 4 test cases. See, order button first, checkbox second, radio button, tweet. So the alphabetical order it executed. So you can see very clearly the order of execution here. If you want to go to the reports, just go to the reports. Okay. Just right click, refresh the project and test output, emailable report, and just copy that emailable report. So you can see the order. Oh, we didn't get website value, documentation value. What happened? It didn't select what? So So in this, let's see in the console, do we have that value? Website value. Where is that? Button, checkboxes. Oops, it didn't print. It should print, right? Okay, let me see what is that, why it's going wrong. Oh, so I didn't add the true value. Let me add a true, because so that we can catch here whether it is displaying or not. Otherwise, I'll just put 2 seconds here also. Let me add some time. So this also just add true. I want to see that because we didn't see the values. We didn't select it. Documentation val, website val, feature val. That's correct only. Let's see following span correct. It's perfect. No issue at all. Developer guide should be there here. So default suit, you can right click and find out the values. So all these reports are very useful for us. See that? You can see output here. Whatever the output you want. Yeah, so we didn't get a website value and documentation value. We need to see why we are not getting that. So are these correct? I want to see that. Definitely it should be correct because so we got already, right? Okay. So it's correct only, forum. Because we want to get forum only. So this one, you can see it is identifying documentation value. It's correct only. So let's go and run this again. I'm suspecting because some delay is required. So tweet pop-up. Let's see whether you got the value or not now. Feature value, documentation, website value. We didn't get this.
Rameshji, is there any way of getting by get the attribute value? Like that?
It's not get it. It's just a text, right? So we should use a text only. Just seeing this. This one is correct only. Why it's not fetching the value? I think we have to give this space here. After selecting, we need to give the wait time. That's what I'm suspecting. So there is some time delay required. After selecting, we need some delay. Let's see that. Okay. So, okay. Okay, let's run now. That's why you have to put assertion so that it will fail immediately. You can catch. See, now it is, so just passing. You should not pass if you're not getting the value. You should get the values. See, now you got the values, right? That's a delay is important. So the delay is important. After clicking, delay is important. It will take some time, right, to reflect that value. So at least 1 second is enough. Not required too much. Just give 1 second. That's more than enough. In 1 second, it will reflect. Yeah. So, but we should not use much, this thread dot sleep in the real time. Use explicit wait commands. So explicit wait can wait for this element. You can say that, wait for this element. So you can write instead of this, you can write wait dot until expected conditions, wait for element present, something you can write, or wait for the text present, text is visible. Okay, that you can try it out. So let me write that wait. So I'll write a wait. And then we can remove this. So wait dot until expected conditions dot visibility of element located. So by dot XPath, you can give this XPath. This value. So there is a text also. Wait for the text also, you can say that. That also you can do that. That's what we want. Now we got, see that? So we got that. So you can put a wait command. This is how you need to write, okay? Yeah. So that's it. So you can just refresh here. You don't need to go every time and just refresh. You'll get the values automatically. See, it will reflect automatically. Okay. Yeah, let's join back and we'll see other keywords.